Namaskar, everyone. We are on day 8. So if you'd like to take out your journals and write down the Reiki principles, because that is what we're focused around and on. And so today we are going to check out our agenda. Great. So we will set some intentions. We'll do our grounding practice. We'll go into chanting the Reiki principles. We'll do a little breath work. Oh, I was going to start metta loving kindness meditation today, but we'll see. I might change that up, to be honest, because it's a longer meditation. So we'll see how our timing is. And we'll do the Be Grateful study, gratitude, and do some journal prompts. So we want to go ahead and set some intentions. Next slide. Just take out your journal and set an intention for today's practice. Now we're going to start. So we're just going to chant Om 3 times, and that will hopefully stop our thoughts a little bit and get us all aligned. So just sitting there, sitting straight up. And if you want to just chant with me, that would be great. Om. 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 And if we want to go ahead and jump right into chanting with the Reiki principles, that would be lovely. And I'm going to mute myself.
The philosophy of Reiki is rooted in 5 principles. And these principles provide guidance for healing and balancing your Reiki energy. Every morning and every night, sit in Gusho with your palms placed together and speak these words out loud in your heart. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. just for today. Do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today. Do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today. Do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today. Do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others.
Thank you. That was lovely. I hope you all enjoyed that. Next, we're going to just go into our breath work. So, sitting up with your back, your spine straight, you just want to close your eyes and observe your breath. Just check in with yourself. How is your breath? Is it shallow? Is it deep? The flow smooth? Focus on your breath. Nothing else. Whatever's going on doesn't really matter. We'll move into the practice of the box breath, equal breathing. And once again, we'll keep doing it to the count of 4. Go ahead and inhale through your nose and hold that inhalation. And exhale through your mouth. Hold and inhale through your nose. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. One more cycle. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Thank you for joining me with that. I know I needed it. Do you have the Om chant ready?
Yeah, I do. Do you want it now?
Yeah, let's just do that. We'll just do it we can do it for the 5 minutes or whatever that is. So everyone, if you just want to remain seated, close your eyes and chant. And I'm going to mute myself. Thank you so much. Beautiful. So, we're ready to go into our discussion today. We start the Be Grateful.
Thank you, Misty, for introducing me. That was wonderful. Right, today we're going to talk. Can you mute yourself? No, for a bit, Misty. Is that all right? Just while I'm playing the music, the video I'm going to play, because we'll get that lovely feedback, and it's not a nice noise. Right, hello everybody. I'm really grateful for you being here today, and today we're going to talk about gratefulness. Let me just find my slides. Are they up, Miss? They're up, apparently. They're up. Well, today we're talking about gratefulness because, like, I guess, like, being humble and being grateful what you've got is like, it's a keystone in like everyday life. Never mind like your spiritual path. It's just, I see it as a keystone of it all. Like, because if you can wake up being grateful for what you've got, it's a good start, and like it will attract more stuff to you because you're giving out like that grateful vibe, I guess, and the universe reacts to that and responds. But if you like kind of not being grateful and I've not got this, I've not got that, you're losing like sight of what you have got, I guess. That's a good way of putting it. You don't see what you've got. So you're always going to be in that state because you're always seeking the things you haven't got rather than being happy for the things you have got, which is a great point to start. And I've got a few quotes, which is strive to find the things to be thankful for. Just look for the good in who you are. So even though like how bad things are, just always try and find that one thing to be grateful for. Another one I like is a Vietnamese proverb, which is when eating fruit, remember the one who planted the tree. So it's like, I don't know, when you eat your food, be thankful for like the farmers who grew it, the people that, you know what I mean? Like, just be thankful for it from like the whole life of that food, because it's just puts, and also it puts good energy into when you're eating food as well, because you're actually thanking the food for having this opportunity to eat it. And I've got some journal prompts for everybody, if you'd like to write them down or think about them or however you do it. But the first one is, it's easy today, what am I grateful for? So I want you to list 5 things that you're grateful for today. It doesn't matter how small they are, just list them. It could be like, I'm grateful for my footwear because I get to walk about and not hurt my feet. And then I want you to name 5 things that make you smile. I'll give you a moment just to write all that down. And then I'm going to play a short video. Then I've got a short task for you to do while you're out and about today. Should be quite fun. I'm just going to go and find the video. I'll give you a couple more minutes to write that down. And if you've not wrote it down, don't worry, it'll be on the YouTube video or on the post in the discussion group afterwards. And next, I want to play a short video for everybody, or audio, so I need to stop this. It's something I normally play to my clients when I'm teaching them about the principles. It's quite a good one. So everyone just sit back and enjoy this for 3 minutes.
It's always fascinated me that we spend so much of our lives searching for the things that we realize in time we had all along. That our journeys bring us full circle, our stories end how they began, and in the end, we fade away holding tightly to that from which we emerged. Not because we fell short, no, but because eventually we realize how simple things really are from the outside looking in. We realize what we have. Speaker Dennis Waitley once said, happiness cannot be traveled to, owned, earned, worn, or consumed. Happiness is the spiritual experience of living every minute with love, grace, and gratitude. That's why at times like these, when we get to look around and recapture our perspective, means so much. Almost as though it's reassurance that, yeah, life can be hard, frustrating, abstract, but that at the core of everything is contentment, is enough. It's why we need not search for love. We are, in fact, surrounded by it. We need not search for hope when it's ingrained in every breath, or reassurance when it's a phone call away. I once heard an interesting idea that we only see what we focus on. And not only metaphorically, but literally, so much of life exists outside our periphery. If you can walk down the same street every day and see something new each time, imagine the power of readjusting how you see life as the sun comes up in the morning. Imagine pulling more of what matters into focus, becoming living proof that we don't need to wait until things are gone or changed to appreciate what we have and who we are. I think that's why Cicero said gratitude's not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Because when one can look around and see all that they have, scarcity has to give way to abundance. Fear becomes hope, the mundane becomes beautiful. Gratitude is power because it's not acquisition, it's awareness. A reset button. A tap on the shoulder reminding us that life is about the people who make it worth living, the times we spend together. It's a reminder that the minutes aren't ticking towards some life-altering grand finale, but that each second is, in and of itself, a miracle. And of course, I'm a believer that we are here to evolve, to grow, to test the waters, to push our limits. But I'm also a believer in asking why. And it seems to me the answer is not to obtain something new, but to share who we are with the world. Not to get what we don't have, but to make the most of what we do. Not to impress or fit in, but to take that passion that increases our heart rate, that curiosity that pulls us towards new horizons, the incredible friends and family by our side, and simply realize that we are, this very moment, embarked upon the adventure of a lifetime. And for that, I am forever grateful.
Thank you everyone for listening to that. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you there, Misty? What do you think about that, Misty? What do you think, Misty? I think it's quite a lovely...
That was great.
It's amazing.
It reminded me of last night before I fell asleep. The one thing that I do, I have 2 gratefulness practices. Once before I fall asleep, I do list in my mind things that I'm grateful for. It always starts out with I'm grateful for my bed, and then I just kind of go from there. And then when I wake up in the morning, I do the same thing. So before I get out of bed, I wake up and I do another list of things I'm grateful for.
Yeah, I do the same. Every time I go to sleep, I always try and say a few things. It's a really good way of doing it, I think.
Yeah, it's easy. It's an easy practice to set. Also, what you were saying before, like when you're walking and you're in your shoes, to be, think about your shoes, be grateful for your shoes. I do that especially when I'm doing dishes, because when I'm washing the dishes, it's not my favorite task in the world. But when I'm washing the dishes, it reminds me that I have friends and I have family that I prepare meals for, and those meals produce a mess. So I have to wash those meals. That means that, I have food, I have abundance, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful for the dishes that we use to eat that food, thankful for the water, the soap, so we don't get sick, just the whole thing, just kind of keep going from there, every aspect of it.
Yeah, I think it's true. Like he says in the video, you can become like tunnel visioned into looking at one perspective all the time. And there's so much outside yourself that you can be grateful for. It's like, you can't list them all really, you'd be there forever, but there's so much stuff. If you had to just take a stop and have a look around and think, oh, I'm grateful. Like you've woke up in a bed it's a blessing. Not many people have beds. There's people that don't have beds. So I'm grateful for like the fact that I have a roof, I have my food, I have these wonderful people. You know what I mean? There's loads of stuff to be grateful for. But I've got one more thing, Misty, because I know we've both got meetings to go to today. So I'll run through that really quickly with everyone. Right. I've got a task for everybody, including you, Misty. Right. I do this with my clients a lot because I don't know, I'm a very hands-on sort of teacher where I give people lots of tasks to do rather than looking at words, because words are recycled and it's about experiencing it. Right, so the gratitude rock is one of my favorites. So you may be thinking, a rock? What's he talking about? Has Tom finally lost his head? But this is how rock can help you practice gratitude. The secret is the rock's a symbol. It's not really a rock. It's a physical object that to remind you of what you're grateful for. So the instructions are as simple as it can be, really. It's like just find a rock or another small object you can use instead. Feel free to substitute for that rock. Like you can use anything, just something that'll fit in your pocket, but you have to find it. And I want you to carry this rock around in your pocket, and whenever you see the rock, touch it, I want you to pause about at least one thing that you're grateful for. Whether it's something as small as like the sun shining down on you, the rain, your job, a lot that allows you to feed yourself, just something that brings you joy. I just want you to find one thing every time you touch the rock. And then, as Misty said, before you go to sleep at night, I want you to do the same thing again. Does that make sense to you, Misty? Did it share? Yeah, it didn't share, did it? One second. Sorry, people. I didn't even notice the slide didn't even come up. It was still stuck on. Here we go. Sorry, everybody. I'll start again. But if you have a quick read through this, but basically, I want everyone to go and find a small object today to put in your pocket. And every time you see it, and you can even put like in your working space, you can put the rock in your working space. So every time you see it, you think of something you're grateful for. So I have a rock that's on my music studio where I do the same thing. It's like a lump of like lava from a volcano, but it can be whatever you want, really. You know what I mean? Like a penny, a crystal, a rock, whatever you feel like. Just find something, and that's your task for today. If that makes sense to everybody. Yes. Hopefully. What do you think, Misty?
I think that sounds like a great practice, something that's easily done and doesn't really require too much time or energy, right?
And the act of actually going to look for a rock is really grounding in itself, because you're in amongst nature and you're looking for a rock, and so you're focusing on that moment in the now, and you and the rock mission. So I shall see how everyone does about that tomorrow when we have the conversation after the Zoom lesson. Well, I think that's me for today, Misty.
Is there one more final slide?
Oh yeah, 1 minute, bear with me. This one? Oh, sorry.
There's a rock.
There's more. So when you take the stone out of your pocket or off your body at the end of the day, take a moment to remember the things you were grateful for throughout the day. And when you put it in your pocket again in the morning, repeat this process, remembering what you were grateful for yesterday. Not only will this help you remember what you're grateful for, it sort of triggers a very like mini mindfulness in the moment, being in the now moment. So it'll ground you at the same time. And it'll bring you out of your head and into the present moment, because you're focusing on that. What am I grateful for? So it's a really good task to work through. It's really simple and it's fun. And is it this slide, Misty? we're looking for. I'll let you talk about what's happening tomorrow if you like.
Well, it's tomorrow after our session, so approximately 9 o'clock. You're welcome to join us for Zoom. Even if you miss the live session, you can join us for the discussion. Just come on in. This is an open invitation. If you guys are late to the session, you can still join us at any time. So we're just going to have open discussion. So whether you want to discuss the principles or gratitude or meditation, breath work, if you have questions, any of that, we're open to all of that. We also have, just a reminder, we have the group Raise Your Vibration Reiki, and through that group we do offer self-focused Reiki, which is a self-healing Reiki. There is a written guide for the self-focused Reiki, as well as the guide for the meditations and breath work.
I'm just trying to find your last slide, Misty. I'll show you on that slide tomorrow. Basically, we've got a website as well. What I'll do is I'll put it in the event link.
It's on there.
Is it on? Did it come on?
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, I can't see it.
So
It says it.
thehermitshut.com. You're welcome to go over to thehermitshut.com. And it's a kind of a co-op type of situation where you'll find some information. We're constantly putting new content on that, or we're working on putting some content on there, just to help with your healing as well as healing others. And then, of course, we have our YouTube channel that we've just started, so we invite you over there to check that out, and hopefully we'll produce some good content over there for you.
That's it, really.
That's all I have.
That's all I have today. I'm grateful for everyone coming today. It's been really good having you.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you so much. We appreciate you all so much. Namaste.
I'm looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow.
Great. Thank you again. Appreciate all your time.